Hello and welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Pooja Shali. Let's begin first with the headlines with this Sunday bulletin. It's a big relief for the common man as Modi government slashes the excise duty on petrol and diesel. Opposition calls it Jumla, but only opposition-ruled Kerala gives the VAT relief. Amid the inflation, government at the centre has also decided to give a subsidy of 200 rupees per gas cylinder, up to 12 cylinders to over 9 crore beneficiaries of the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. Raging Hindutva erupts once again in Maharashtra. The debate is over. Real Hindutva giant Raj Takre hits out at the Maharashtra Chief Minister, terming his comments childlike. After Gyanvapi, all eyes will be on Qutub Minar. The Ministry of Culture asking the Archaeological Survey of India to conduct an excavation and iconography of the idols at the Qutub Minar complex. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hails the Indian badminton stars who scripted history in Thailand by winning the maiden Thomas Cup title. Says this is no small achievement.
और भी बहुत मेडल लाने हैं और बहुत खेलना है, बहुत खिलना भी है और देश को खेल की दुनिया में खींच के ले भी जाना है, क्योंकि अब भारत पीछे नहीं रह सकता.
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Japan this evening for the two-day trip. The Quad Summit and interaction with the US President Joe Biden has been lined up. It's a political slugfest erupting over the fuel prices. Congress Member of Parliament Rahul Gandhi asking the government to stop fooling the people of India. He said citizens deserve genuine relief from the record inflation. He's comparing petrol price surge in last few years, where the Congress has launched a scathing attack on Modi government and claimed that centre's exhortation to states is meaningless. Congress's Randeep Surjewala has said the numbers do not indicate any major relief and merely an excuse to dupe the Aadmi. Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Takre demanded that the excise duty be further reduced by the centre. He has said it is not right to increase prices at the exorbitant rate first and then reduce the rates nominally. But not just that. Member of Parliament Navneet Rana has appreciated Prime Minister Modi on slashing the fuel prices and has slammed Takre for not reducing the excise duty on fuel. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has urged all the states to reduce the value-added tax on fuel prices. So far, what has happened? Kerala has announced a cut in tax by 2.41 rupees and 1.36 rupees per litre on petrol and diesel.
अब मेरी महाराष्ट्र की बारी आती है और उद्धव ठाकरे जी की बारी आते हैं, जो बोलते हैं मेरा परिवार मेरी जवाबदारी, पर वो कब समझेंगे मेरा महाराष्ट्र मेरी जवाबदारी, जो हमेशा केंद्र सरकार के ऊपर उंगली उठाते हैं. आज महाराष्ट्र की जनता उनके ऊपर उंगली उठाएगी अगर उन्होंने टैक्स कम करके महाराष्ट्र के लोगों को, किसानों को, मजदूरों को अगर पेट्रोल डीजल में रिलीफ नहीं दिया, तो मुझे लगता है उनको सिर्फ अपने परिवार की जवाबदारी समझती है, महाराष्ट्र की नहीं.
सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने जो टैक्सेस कम किए हैं, उससे पहले टैक्सेस कितने बढ़ाए थे? 15 रुपये बढ़ाया, 9 रुपया कम गया. तो सेंट्रल के ट्रेजरी में जितना पैसा जमा किया है, उसमें से थोड़े बहुत तो अभी दे रहे हैं. छोड़ दीजिए, राज्य सरकार की जिम्मेदारी जो है राज्य सरकार कर ले.
हम धन्यवाद देना चाहेंगे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को कि उनकी सरकार ने एक सराहनीय और स्वागत योग्य कदम उठाते हुए गरीब जनमानस के हित में पेट्रोल और डीजल पर फिर से एक बार एक्साइज ड्यूटी को काटा है, जिससे कि लगभग 9.5 रुपए का पेट्रोल पर और लगभग 7-7.5 रुपए का डीजल पर जो राहत है वो गरीब जनमानस को मिलेगा.
Today's step does not even qualify to be a band-aid but a mere chicanery and trickery. BJP government has collected 26 lakh crore rupees in taxes from the people. 531% excise duty has been increased on petrol. 206% has been increased on diesel. We demand that the fuel prices and the cylinder prices should be brought back to 2014 prices, and then only it will qualify to be a meaningless and effective remedy given to the people of India.
So what exactly happened? The government at the centre decided to reduce the central excise duty on petrol by 8 rupees per litre, on diesel by 6 rupees per litre. Now the opposition is slamming the Modi government, saying the numbers do not indicate any major relief. Here's more on how the politics is playing out and where do the fuel prices stand as of now. Take a look.
After months of record-breaking fuel prices, something to cheer about. On Saturday, the Modi government decided to slash prices of both petrol and diesel, providing some bit of respite. With excise cuts of 8 rupees and 6 rupees each on petrol and diesel, the effective price of petrol has been brought down by 9.5 rupees per litre. Meanwhile, diesel is now 7 rupees cheaper per litre. A much-needed respite coming in for the common man.
इकट्ठे जो 9.5 रुपए कम हुए हैं तो इससे बहुत ज़्यादा फ़ायदा हुआ लोगों को और मतलब मज़ा आ गया नो डाउट मज़ा आ गया।
एक बहुत अच्छा स्टेप है और मेरे ख्याल से सरकार को ये स्टेप को मेंटेन रखना चाहिए और कोशिश और करना चाहिए कि इसको और अगर 70-80 रुपीज़ की रेंज के बीच में लेके आएगा तो ये आम जनता के लिए बहुत अच्छा स्टेप हो जाएगा।
नहीं, राहत की खबर है, ये बहुत अच्छी खबर है और मैं समझता हूँ कि काफ़ी लोगों को इससे राहत मिलेगी।
While announcing the tax cuts, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman also made a slew of announcements giving respite to the common man from inflation, including a subsidy of 200 rupees per gas cylinder to over 9 crore beneficiaries of the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, a cut in import duty on raw materials of steel and plastic, fertilizer subsidy of 1.1 lakh crore rupees to tame the rising prices. The Prime Minister hailed the move that comes at a whopping 1 lakh crore rupees burden to the centre as pro-poor, saying that this giveaway has put people first. The central government went ahead and cut taxes after opposition states did not pay heed to Prime Minister's appeal to cut taxes and provide relief to citizens from the price rise. The BJP welcomed the move.
निश्चित रूप से इससे आम जनता को सीधे सीधे फायदा होगा। 6 रुपये और 8 रुपये जो पेट्रोल और डीजल में कम हुए हैं, इसके साथ साथ गैस के सिलेंडर में भी 200 रुपये की जो 200 रुपये घटाए हैं, उससे आम जनता को और महंगाई को जो कम करने में निश्चित रूप से इसका जो है एक जाएगा, जिससे जनता को सीधे सीधे लाभ होगा।
डीजल के जो दाम इतने बड़ी मात्रा में कम हुआ, 9.5 रुपये पेट्रोल का और जो इतनी बड़ी मात्रा में जो डीजल के प्राइस कम हुए, उससे जो इन्फ्लेशन भी बढ़ रहा है वो उसको भी बड़ी उसमें कमी आएगी और देशवासियों को बड़ी राहत मिलेगी।
However, the opposition, whose states are charging significantly more for fuel, compared the BJP-ruled states' mock Prime Minister Modi's move as jumla.
21 मार्च 2022 को 10 रुपया लीटर आपने पेट्रोल के दाम बढ़ाए और आज 9 रुपया 50 पैसे प्रति लीटर कम कर दिए, अभी भी 50 पैसे ज़्यादा हैं। तो क्या करें? ताली बजाएं, थाली बजाएं, धन्यवाद करें, बेवकूफ़ बनाना बंद करें। मैं अनुरोध करूंगा मोदी जी से, निर्मला जी से, भाजपा के नेताओं से, ये जनता है, ये सब जानती है, इन्हें बेवकूफ़ बनाना बंद करें।
जो 100 दिनों में वो लोग भाव बढ़ाते हैं और फिर एहसान जताते हैं कि थोड़ा सा भाव कम करके ये काम करना बंद करे ये सरकार और जनता को सही मायने में राहत दे।
The move has increased the pressure on opposition-ruled states to cut taxes on fuel. Kerala and Rajasthan governments have both cut state taxes on fuel after the centre's announcement. Bureau Report, India Today.
So how has the government primarily made these announcements? Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced a host of measures to provide relief from rising inflation. Government at the centre cut down excise duty on both petrol and diesel, which means cheaper fuel rates expected to reduce the price of daily essential commodities and transportation. Aside from fuel, gas cylinders also will be available at a subsidized rate of about 200 rupees. So apart from diesel prices to reduce by 7 rupees per litre, even there is a subsidy on the gas cylinders, which is 200 rupees per cylinder for over 9 crore Ujjwal beneficiaries. Interestingly, for the agriculture sector, there is a fertilizer subsidy which will be of about rupees 1.05 crore rupees, and an added 1.10 lakh crore rupees will also be provided to farmers. Now, the centre has made all of these announcements on key inputs also like plastic products and iron and steel to keep prices of final products in check. Steps are coming in the backdrop of India's retail inflation surging to an 8-year high at 7.7% in April. Let's bring you the political side of what's been happening in the country. The Takre versus Takre war has reignited on the Hindutva issue in Maharashtra. Maharashtra Navnirman Sena Chief Raj Thakre has slammed Chief Minister Uddhav Thakre over his comments on the Hindutva ideology last week. Raj Thakre called it a childlike remark by Uddhav Thakre after he had called himself the real Hindu. Last Sunday, remember, Uddhav Thakre had reiterated that despite having formed the government with the Congress and the NCP in Maharashtra, he remains Hindutvawadi to the core. Raj Thakre urged Prime Minister Narendra Modi to bring the Uniform Civil Code at the earliest and also to bring a law on population control.
शिवसेना प्रमुखाने आम्हाला शिकवलं आणि ते म्हणाले होते की मला देवळात घंटा बडवणारा हिंदू नको तर अतिरेक्यांना बडवणारा हिंदू पाहिजे आणि तोच जागा घेऊन आपण पुढे जातो आहोत. आणि मध्ये मी म्हटलं होतं की आमचं हिंदुत्व हे गदाधारी आहे आणि बाकीच्यांचं घंटाधारी आहे. बसा बडवत घंटा. काय मिळालं घंटा. देवेंद्र फडणवीस बोलले अहो यांचं हिंदुत्व हे गदाधारी नाही गधाधारी आहे. म्हटलं बरोबर आहे आमचं हिंदुत्व हे गदाधारी होतं पण 2.5 वर्षापूर्वी आम्ही तुम्हाला सोडलं. आमचे जे काही जुने फोटो तुमच्या बरोबर येत आहेत म्हणून तुमचा गैरसमज झाला असेल की आमचं हिंदुत्व हे गदाधारी आहे. त्या गद्याला आम्ही सोडून दिले.
ह्यांचं हिंदुत्व नुसतं पक 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 एवढ्या पुरतच आहे. याला दुसऱ्या गोष्टी नको आहेत. त्या दिवशी मुख्यमंत्र्यांची सभा झाली. काय पोरकटपणा चालू आहे मला काही कळतच नाही. आमचं खरं हिंदुत्व ह्यांचं खोटं हिंदुत्व. चला वॉशिंग पावडर विकताय का तुम्ही.
And now on the monument Vapsi push, Union Minister has now come forth with a statement. Union Minister clarifying about a possible excavation at the Qutub complex. G. Kishan Reddy has made it very clear. No decision on the excavation has been taken as of yet. Remember, this is perhaps the first big government reaction that has come, with Minister G. Kishan Reddy stating to any sort of speculation if there could be an excavation in the Qutub Minar complex premises in the National Capital Delhi area, to which the minister has said, and I quote him here, no decision on the excavation taken just yet. Listen in to what G. Kishan Reddy has said.
हमारा कल्चर डिपार्टमेंट के आर्कियोलॉजी सर्वे इंडिया के द्वारा कोई निर्णय नहीं हुआ है. कोई अभी तक कोई भी कोर्ट हमारे को कोई निर्देश नहीं दिया है, इसलिए वो चर्चा करने का सवाल ही नहीं है हमारा तरफ से.
There is now a clamour that is going on for excavation in other premises, whether there are mosques or monuments where there could have been original temples underneath, and that with historical backed evidence of either idols being found or specifically if they were demolished to make either a mosque or any other premises, even if it happened about hundreds of years ago. Now, what we are being told here is that with regard to the Qutub Minar, remember there's another Hindu idol that has now been discovered. We are referring here to the idol of Lord Narsingh and his disciple Prahlad. All of these appear to be about 1200-year-old idol at least. And because of these pillars and these idols in different forms that are emerging from locations in the premises of the Qutub Minar complex, there is now further chorus going that there needs to be a survey done, at least an iconography of these monuments as well. So another Hindu idol appears to have been found in the mosque complex inside the Qutub Minar premises in Delhi. This is a 1200-year-old idol of Lord Narsingh and his disciple Prahlad, carved in one of the pillars among many pillars there in that premises. This is of the Qutub Islam Mosque within the Qutub Minar premises. So expectedly, there is now, of course, clamour growing in that there needs to be a survey done. Similarly, remember on the sidelines of the survey that it was done in videography in the Gyanvapi complex in Varanasi. Listen in and take a look at this report.
The structure that marked the beginning of the Muslim Sultanate in India finds itself in another controversy. After Hindu deity Lord Ganesh and Lord Krishna's idol carvings were found on the pillars of the Qutub Islam Mosque within the Qutub Minar complex, this time, it's Lord Narsingha and his disciple Prahlad carved in stone on the pillars of perhaps the oldest mosque in North India. Archaeological experts claim that this idol is at least 1,200 years old. This idol was found on a pillar of the mosque that was carved in between 8th and 9th century during the reign of the Pratihara kings or Raja Anangpal. Earlier demands for excavation in the area have been raised. Experts believe more such remnants of Hindu temples could be found if a survey is conducted. An appeal has been filed in the district court once again. The suit says that the temple complex be restored to protect the religious and cultural heritage of India and practice the right to religion guaranteed by Article 25 and 26 of the Constitution of India. This time by the Jain deity Tirthankar Lord Rishabdev and Hindu deity Lord Vishnu through their next of friends. Because the ASI themselves claim that 27 Hindu and Jain temples in Qutub Minar were demolished and Qutub Islam Mosque was raised inside the complex, reusing the same materials. Last week, two right-wing fringe groups were detained near the Qutub Minar after they assembled at the site to recite the Hanuman Chalisa, claiming that the site was once a Vishnu temple and demanded Qutub Minar be named as Vishnu Stamp.
It has been claimed inside by the Archaeological Survey of India that at the time when the Qutub Minar and the masjid was built, it was done so by demolishing 27 Hindu and Jain temples, and the stones and the carvings of those temples were used to once again build the entire structure around the Qutub Minar. And that is a claim that has been put forward with the newer idols and discoveries that are being made by historians and archaeological survey people, which is why this matter has also gone to court, and the next hearing for the petition that has been filed to restore the Qutub Minar area as a temple and allow people the right to worship inside is going to be heard on the 24th of May. With Alok Das in New Delhi, Milan Sharma for India Today.
India Today now exclusively speaks to the photographer of the survey team of the Gyanvapi, Ganesh Sharma, as he narrates all the findings during one of the most controversial surveys, and that happened after a lot of difficulty and protests earlier as well. Listen in now to what did he find at the survey.
आपने क्या देखा?
जिसे लोग शिवलिंग कह रहे हैं वो काला चमकीला पत्थर है और पर्वताकार जैसा है, क्योंकि मीडिया में केवल ऊपरी 25% वो दिख रहा है, दृश्यमान है कि ऊपर से, और नीचे से मीडिया में जो वीडियो चल रहा है उससे उसका आकृति क्या है, आकार कैसा है, वो कोई भी नहीं देख पा रहा है, नहीं समझ पा रहा है।
आपने देखा होगा?
हमने तो देखा है, और वो वहां पे थोड़ी लाइट कम बेसी थी तो थोड़ा एक्सपोजर सेट करके ऐसा किया कि जो जज महोदय या जिसको भी उसको देखना वो प्रॉपर देख सके नीचे कैसा है ऊपर कैसा है, तो हमने उसको देखा है, अच्छे से देखा है।
कैसा है नीचे से, जैसा अभी हमें वीडियो में दिख रहा है, आंखों से और आपके कैमरे से वो कैसा दिखता है?
अभी प्रथम दृष्टया तो ऐसा दिख रहा है कि
ऊपर जो है वैसा ही नीचे भी होगा, जबकि ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है। ऊपर की चौड़ाई इतनी है और नीचे जाके वो इतना करीब चौड़ा हो गया। और उस समय एक जेई महोदय वहां पे आए थे, उन्होंने फीता से नापा, तो जो फीता पूरा गोलाकार करके नापा वो 12 फीट से कुछ ज्यादा था। 12 फुट
ऐसे पूरा व्यास
एकदम सटा कर नापा, तो जो नीचे की चौड़ाई वो 12 फीट से ज्यादा है, गोल घेरा उसका।
तो ये क्या पर्वताकार है या सिर्फ सीधा शिवलिंग?
नहीं, ये पर्वताकार है। नीचे की चौड़ाई क्रम से ज्यादा है, फिर ऊपर और कम हुई है और ऊपर और कम हुई है, ऐसा पर्वताकार है।
और वो पत्थर कैसा है?
काला चमकीला पत्थर है। इतने समय, काफी समय हमको लगता है वो पानी में डूबा हुआ है, पर उसकी चमक में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा है। थोड़ी सी सफाई हुई, वापस चमक रहा है। और जैसा काशी विश्वनाथ मंदिर में अन्य जो काला शिवलिंग में जो मटेरियल लगा हुआ है, बिल्कुल कुछ उसके जैसा ही है।
So from Gyanvapi, I'll be taking you directly to Japan because after a very short break, we'll get you updates on how